Hello, very warm welcome. A totally different video as we cover Lewis Hamilton, a driver who I've supported since 2006 and I know his career like the back of my hand. Now, the main topic is, why is Lewis Hamilton hated? For me, you cannot hate him for what he does on track. This is purely hatred for what he does off track. Controversial, maybe, but on track, he is a world-class driver and top 5 of all time. And if he isn't in your top 5, you're deluded. And it's just a pure agenda because he has every statistic in the great sport that we love. You support a football team for all your life. I've followed Lewis Hamilton for 15 years. And when he does retire, it will be a very sad day for me. You follow every win, every pole, every heartbreak. And you're there through thick and thin, even when it's tough. So why is he hated? I genuinely don't know the answer to this question. I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan, but of course, he's there to be criticised when he does wrong. I don't just support him like, if he does wrong, driver ratings for example, I'll mark him down. I don't have any favouritism when I do my ratings. Of course I support him, but he's not immune from criticism when he does wrong. But on track, he delivers week in, week out. And you cannot hate him for what he does on track. So it's off track. Now, you look at off track. He was given Sir when he lives in Monaco. Maybe that riles the haters. Talks about pollution. Yeah, he travels round in his own plane, etc. And he's got his own team in Saudi Arabia now in the Extreme E Championship. Controversial, some of the topics he comes out with. Fashion. Pushing for equality and diversity all the time in his interviews. And he's dominating the sport. Now, I believe he is hated for the dominance that he has had. Because back in the McLaren days, he was not hated, but as much as he is now. And it's actually brutal. When you see it, some of the comments are brutal. But these keyboard warriors could only dream of what Hamilton has achieved. From having nothing, born in Stevenage. And the one thing I really, really respect about Hamilton, yes, he's at the top of his game. Yes, he's dominating the sport. But he never forgets his dad. And that is a critical influence in Hamilton and where he is today. I really do love that about Hamilton, that he remembers like what his dad had to go through to even get him to where he is today. So 15 years I've followed Hamilton and I'm absolutely blown away with what he's achieved. It's fantastic. 2006, straight away you know he's a special talent when he passes 2 cars into Maggots and Beckett's at Silverstone. 2007, he has the tough task of coming into a team that has a double world champion as his teammate. First race, lights out and away we go. He just goes round the outside of Fernando Alonso. Fernando who? Didn't care. Stands on the podium in his first race. Then we had the controversy. Well, we won in Canada. First win. 4 safety cars. Massive monster shunt for Kubica. And then we have the controversy at Hungary where Hamilton didn't stick to the agreement. Alonso got payback. It was cuntish at the highest level by Alonso, but it was what it was. And yeah, McLaren missed out on the title because they didn't pick a number 1 driver. Then 2008, we see Lewis Hamilton's best win, where he completely destroys the field by over a minute. The likes of Raikkonen, Vettel and Massa made to look stupid as Lewis Hamilton completely destroyed the field. Wins that year were very special in Monaco and Silverstone. And for me, Silverstone is still his best win to date. Then, 2009. Now, here comes the lazy argument of Lewis Hamilton can only win in the best car. I've never heard so much bollocks in all my life. This is a lazy argument that is simply not true. Hamilton only wins because he's got the best car. It's absolutely rubbish. Rubbish. 2009, he qualified 13th in Australia. And it must have got a penalty because he actually started 18th. And yeah, still won 2 races with a horseshit car. Then 10, 11 and 12 was dominated by Sebastian Vettel and Red Bull. He still won races. He still was in the title fight till the last round in 2010. 2011, I hold my hands up. His worst season, in my opinion, in Formula 1. Got involved in too many accidents with Felipe Massa. Had his worst race in Formula 1, in my opinion, Monaco, 2011. 2012, it was leading races. Should have been in the title fight, but the car kept letting him down. I think back to Singapore. I think back to Abu Dhabi. I think about when Maldonado belted him off the track at Valencia. So that was one that got away. And then, it's a brave call. Now, was it lucky? Was it a genius call? He leaves a winning team in McLaren to join a team that had only won 1 race at the time. 2013, a learning year, and then we dominate the sport. 14, 15. Rosberg got lucky in 16. Lewis's engine went bang. Rosberg just finished second. But I'm not going to be salty. Rosberg did what he needed to do. But of course, we know Hamilton, he had more wins than Nico Rosberg that season. So, I mean, yeah, no doubting in my mind, Hamilton would have won the championship that year. 17, 18, 19, 20. And it will be 21. I mean, a world-class driver. Proud to have supported him. And Lewis Hamilton is a great of Formula 1. In top 3 for me, the greatest driver of all time, in my opinion, is Ayrton Senna. He just had the natural gift. And, yeah, but I hate that comparison anyway, but masterful in the wet, dominant drives, poles. I've just got some stats here. Let's get these up for these people that 7 titles, most podiums, most wins, most poles. He's going to have 100 wins by the time he retires, 100 pole positions, 8 drivers titles. It's absolute special. First race 2007. Is he going to retire when he gets that 8th title? But yeah, I've got to say now, I know Lewis Hamilton divides opinion. He is a bit like Manchester United. Hated, adored, never ignored. As he gets in there, Lewis. Yeah, but comment down below. I mean, I know there's haters out there. One of my subscribers is a hater. Comment, why do you hate him? And if it's for on track, like, it can't be for on track. This is the debate. Why is Lewis Hamilton hated? Arrogant, controversial, flying around when he's going on about saving the planet, etc. I don't know. Comment down below. I would love to know. As usual, I'm happy to get a debate going. But for me, you cannot question him on track. And another key factor on track, Schumacher, seen as a great. Took out Damon Hill in 94, should have been disqualified. Ayrton Senna, for me the best, took out Alan Prost on purpose. I can safely say Lewis Hamilton has never taken someone out to win a championship. So that's just another statistic to put there. Yeah. But yeah, it is a lazy argument to say he only wins because he's got the best car. This is a guy who's won every single year he's competed in the sport. What more do you need to say? And 2009, like 2007, 2008, you could say Ferrari, McLaren were equal. Ferrari did actually win the constructors in 08. 09 was dog shit. 10, 11, 12, he didn't have the best car, but he still won races. 13, learning year. Mercedes very good in qualifying, awful on their tyres. Won in Hungary. I mean, sensational record at Hungary, Silverstone, America, Circuit of the Americas. Yeah. Is a world class driver. Proved it time and time again. Time and time again. And yeah, of course he's got the best car now. But remember, he has a teammate. So Hamilton gets all the hate for dominating the sport, but he does have a teammate who, as we know, is absolutely useless. So, is that Hamilton's fault? No, it's not. But I want to know why is he hated? My honest reaction, it's nothing to do with his on-track antics. Because he's not seen as a dirty driver, he's a very clean driver, and his stats are there to see for all. So it's nothing to do with on-track, it's to do with off-track. Controversial. Let me run down it again. Controversial, fashion. Sir Lewis Hamilton when he lives in Monaco. Dominating the sport. Pushing for equality, diversity. But even before Black Lives Matter, etc., talking about this, he was still hated. I fully believe he's hated because he's dominating the sport. Sebastian Vettel was the same, and now everyone loves him because he went to Ferrari and now he's at Aston Martin. No matter who dominates the sport, they're always going to be hated. But this is, wow, it's 8 titles guaranteed. It's over 100 wins, 100 poles. And people still have the audacity not to put him in the top 5 of all time. It's not even up for debate. It's top 3 of all time. With Schumacher, Senna, and Hamilton. And I don't like Michael Schumacher. Of course, I respect what he achieved. But I couldn't stand Michael Schumacher. But I'm not two-faced. Michael Schumacher is a legend of Formula 1. But, of course, this will cause controversy. But I'm a die-hard Lewis Hamilton fan. And I will be. Till the day he turns the last wheel of the last lap. I'm proud to have supported him since 06. I've got posters all around my room, as you can see. I've got hoodies. I've got t-shirts. I went to Silverstone to support him myself. And as a fan, here's me Hamilton hoodie. Obviously, that's 6-time champion. But yeah, as a fan, you go through every emotion supporting your driver. But I want to know from the people, comment down below, why? Why do you hate Lewis Hamilton? I genuinely want to know. And we get a debate going in the comments. He's an icon of Formula 1. A special talent that he was born with to race Formula 1 cars and absolutely pummel the opposition and dominate the sport. It's outstanding. Who could have thought from being a young lad, having a dream, to actually being statistically the best driver of the sport? Statistically, he is the best driver in Formula One. But for me, I don't know, I just always see Senna as the greatest. But yeah, I just want to know why people hate him. That's basically the moral of this video. Why is he hated? It's purely off track. It's nothing to do with on track. Because he's never taken anyone out. He's never drives dirty. Like, he's a fair racer. I don't see how you can... Mercedes have done the best job in the hybrid era. Is it Hamilton's fault that he's dominating the sport? In my opinion, a lot of people should be getting on Bottas's back. I've got to admit, I wish we still had the Rosberg fight. Because yes, I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan. I want him to win. But I also want to see him pushed. It's too easy nowadays and I don't like it. But how many times have we said, George Russell should be in the Mercedes? Yet he's mistreated and never gets given an opportunity. And when he had his opportunity, he spanked Bottas. So we know Valtteri Bottas is not all that. A couple of things that really do annoy me about Lewis Hamilton, and I'll say it straight and honestly, the way he bigs up Valtteri Bottas annoys me. Because the way he bigs him up when he's won 9 races in 4 years of being in a dominant car is ludicrous. And also, another thing that really annoys me about Hamilton is on the formation lap. Say Rosberg, Bottas, Max is on pole. He'll always back off 8, 9 car lengths just to make them wait a bit longer on the grid. That's 2 things that really do piss me off. Like I say, I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan, but he's not exempt from criticism. You can criticise your driver. Of course. We buy the merchandise. We support him through the wins, the heartbreaks. 2007 was absolutely heartbreaking to lose the championship in the gravel. 2008, we have the best title decider ever. Last lap, last corner. We still didn't know who was champion. I go from breaking my TV remote against the wall to literally so emotional. And it will be an emotional day when the great Sir Lewis Hamilton retires. Yeah, and then who do I support? I'll probably support Max and Russell. But yeah, I want to know why Lewis Hamilton is hated. Just comment down below. I want to know, and we get it going because I'm really intrigued and interested to know why you hate Lewis Hamilton. It can't be anything to do with on track though. And for me, like I say, everyone knows I'm a Hamilton fan, but to be honest, he can do what he likes off track because he always delivers on track. So I don't have a problem if he's flying to 5 different countries between races, playing the piano, having fun with Roscoe, going on the sea. We see him on the sea quite a lot. So yeah, paddleboarding, etc. I don't have a problem with him doing all that because when he comes on to track, it's about business. And he delivers. But yeah, probably one of the longest video. But I'm passionate about this because I support my driver. And I will argue with anyone that... Well, it's going to be interesting. Let it commence in the comments because you can't hate him for his driving. His driving is world class. He's got every statistic in Formula 1. And come the end of the season, he'll be an 8-time champion. This is going to cause controversy. But comment down below. I would love to know your thoughts. Why do you hate Lewis Hamilton? That is the main topic. And yeah. The reason I think he's dominating the sport. Um, yeah, whoever dominates the sport is going to be hated. Vettel was absolutely hated, and Hamilton gets it, but I don't know. I don't really want to go into the racism debate in the comments. I'm not interested in political racism and this. Another topic we missed. F1 didn't want to post about Black Lives Matter. Hamilton was a huge campaigner, and he used his image to talk about Black Lives Matter. And yeah, F1 wasn't interested in it. Hamilton kept banging the drum about it, and now we have a racism message at the start of last season. We have a Mercedes black car. They're dominating the sport. They get the most TV coverage. It was a genius move to take a black livery. So there we have it. Lewis Hamilton covered. An F1 icon. Proud to support him. And yeah, there's only one way to end this video. I was going to use a Valtteri Bottas expression, to whom it may concern, but I think the best way is to say, get in there, Lewis! Sir Lewis Hamilton, an absolute GOAT.